What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Dallas gameplay, and today we're going to be talking about possible expansion of Wingman. So let's head over and let's talk about it. So previously in Rogue Company's life cycle, they were talking at one time about incorporating 3v3 game modes into Rogue Company. Now, I know that at one time they had a 3v3, they changed the ranked up to 3v3 as kind of like an experiment, but also to kind of mirror what was happening with the RCCS and the competitive scene at that particular moment, right? But I think it's very interesting that like 2v2 Wingman and all that stuff kind of has its own queue. I think that like a lot of this could be simplified down because you have people that really enjoy 2v2 and Wingman and they queue into 2v2 and Wingman, but you have a mass majority of the population that really don't care what they play whenever they queue in something like quick play. So it would make sense, in my opinion, for them to go in and expand that queuable mode to, if you're queuing with two people, then it searches through the Wingman queues along with the regular queues to try to find the best team to pair you up against, the best game to pair you up against, things like that. They could expand that out to 3v3. They could do something very similar in that regard, where you have three people that are queuing at one time. It starts with like the 3v3, you know, trio comp, and it works its way through that, and you could have a more expanded queue that way. You could also bring in more game modes, so you could have regular Wingman, you could have Wingman Strikeout, then you could incorporate Demolition or Wingman Strikeout into a 3v3, regular Strikeout or a 3-man Strikeout like a Wingman Strikeout into the 3v3, and you could kind of make this very interesting and dynamic queuing mechanism. Because like quick play right now is just like 3 game modes on various different maps, and then you have your core game modes you can queue into: Strikeout, Demolition, Ranked, things like that. I know that they've put in LTMs as of recently with the signature perk thing, and also Wingman being kind of like its own LTM, and then for some reason Battle Zone, which to me makes no sense why Battle Zone is a LTM if it's going to be in quick play. But if they expanded that quick play queuable option up just a little bit, because most people are queuing into quick play, it seems like that, especially since there's no deserter penalty that applies to quick play. If you're playing Demolition or if you're playing Strikeout and you back out of the game or you leave the game, whatever it may be, you don't suffer a deserter penalty for quick play, so you can queue into that. So why not condense some of these queuable LTMs down into quick play, and you just kind of like roll with whatever you get there. Now, I know that there's a very hard divide there when it comes to people that want to play respawn game modes versus single life game modes, and I think that like if you lumped everything into one queuable mode and you still had Strikeout, Demolition, and Ranked, and give it different parameters that you wanted it to search for. So maybe as a solo player, you don't want to play Wingman or 3v3, you want to play 4v4 and have extended options or expanded options to be able to go into the settings and say, I don't want it to search for Wingman, I don't want it to search for 3v3, I want it to search for 4v4, and I also don't want it to search for single life game modes or like dodgeball-esque game modes. I want it to search for respawn game modes, and it opens the possibilities up in that way. I think if they did something like that and they incorporate all those LTMs that they have made in the past, and they bring in Wingman and also a 3v3 option into something like that, I think that they could really open the door and open the floodgate to having quick play be essentially what quick play should be: a wide open range of different queuable modes that you can kind of customize on the fly depending on what type of party that you're playing with, so that you can get the most benefits out of queuing into quick play as you possibly can. A lot of people use quick play as a way to warm up. A lot of people use quick play as just their bread and butter, hopping into the game, having a good time. I think that if they gave it more options and gave it more customization and also incorporated more game modes and things like that into it, then you would see more people excited to hop into quick play and excited to see, you know, what game mode they're going to get on what map and things like that. But be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think about expanding Wingman from 2v2 up to 3v3, and then also reworking quick play into like this mass queuable system where you can kind of go in, determine what you want to play and how many people you want to play with, and queue in that manner? Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays around 11 p.m. Central Time and Sundays around 10 a.m. Central Time, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you are interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.
Down here. The other one was up higher. She might. She's flanking over here. She hitting those airplane?
Yeah, she is.
Better. That killed me.
Aren't you?
Enemies are running low on reinforcements. Crush them.
They're just jumping off the map now.
Blame them.
You all made that.
You blame them?
No.
I didn't even get to do a revive. You revived me that first round, and then after that, it was just shut it down.
I got the objection level 6 finally.
Fucking right.
Got the HRM to 7. Yeah, I got 0 deaths.
Because I died twice.
I don't remember.